Good evening.
Hi, Tasneem. Good evening.
How are you, Mr. Subhash? Subhas, right?
Yes. I'm pretty good, and thanks for asking. So, what about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking as well. So
Okay.
I think we are meeting again. I remember you very well.
Yeah, we did a session earlier. So, this is the second time that we are doing.
That is correct. That is correct. And even though I remember having a talk with you, I don't really remember what you do. All I remember is that you really have good power over your vocabulary. That's all I remember. Other than that, I don't really have much knowledge
Yeah,
about.
I'm from Guwahati and I'm doing service in a government office. That's
Uh-huh.
what I told you in our
Uh,
last session.
correct.
And you
And
also
you're,
told me about your journey in the call center, how you had to face the American clients and you had to change your accent, all those things
oh,
you
wow. All
discussed
right.
with
I've
me.
shared a lot.
Yeah.
And you remember that very well. How impressive.
Yes, because of your accent. So I asked you, how did you get this accent? Then you told me about this. You had to
All
do
right.
that. You had to practice. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm kind of flattered that you do remember all of that because I'm pretty sure you speak to many different speakers on Clapingo. So it's
Yes.
quite
Yes.
uh, it's not actually possible to remember everything, but then you do remember. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, but when we speak with some tutors, something that comes up in the discussion, we
Okay,
never
that's worth
forget actually.
remembering.
Yes.
All right. So how was your day?
My day is, yeah, as usual.
Nothing
Nothing
special
important
happened?
happened. Nothing special
Nothing
happened.
special happened. How does your
No,
regular day, how do you describe your regular day? What all do you do on a regular day?
my day is very simple. In the morning, after getting up, I just brush up my teeth. I go for a walk for
Mhm.
say about 40 to 45 minutes. Then after coming back, I take tea with some biscuits, and then I read some pages of books, like maybe a
Okay.
storybook, any other book. And then I also watch sometimes YouTube videos. Then I get prepared myself for my office, and I just have a meal and go for office. So at office, the whole day that I busy with work. So
Okay.
generally, I
What
come
type
back.
of what type of work do you do at your workplace?
It is generally filing work. So
Okay.
I do get the file, the notes, etc. So I have to decide on the proposals that I get, what to
Hmm.
do, what are the comments I have to give in there.
Oh,
Then I
okay.
send all those files to my higher authorities. When those files get back to me again, then
Okay.
the necessary
Okay.
work. Yes.
All right. Okay. So this you have been doing from a very long time, I believe.
Yeah. It's a pretty long time.
So Subhash, I mean, like, you must have made really great relationships at your workplace. You must have made
Yes.
really good friends at your workplace.
Yes, right. Because we have been working together for such a long time, it's obviously that we
So,
interact
do
with
you
one.
are
Yeah,
you the kind of camaraderie that you have with your colleagues? Is it just as colleagues, or do you actually go to their each other's houses and do you have dinners and do you actually hang out together? Is it something like that? How does your friendship work?
yeah, it's more than colleague. And as you said, that sometimes we go to their place and have dinner. But it's only some, if any occasion comes up, it is not that as a matter of course we go to each other's place. Say
Oh,
some
so
birthday
it has
party or any other party. Yeah.
only occasionally, you mean?
Yes.
You don't have a habit of meeting on a weekend to have fun or hang out or have some kind of fun kind of enjoy relationship.
Yeah, I used to do that, but nowadays I don't do, and I love to remain at home after coming from office, and I just wait for some sessions. If there is session with the Clapingo tutors, I would for that, and sometimes I watch these English videos with English contents.
Oh, these
Nowadays I
days.
don't go out. Yeah, nowadays I don't go out.
Okay, okay, fine. So, see, I just have something, when it for me, when it comes to work and having a relationship with work, I mean, like, colleagues, developing a bond with colleagues is always a risky take. I wouldn't actually, especially get very close with my colleagues because it's always, there's everybody who is actually trying to take advantage when you actually become very friendly with them. And for me, I have never seen any kind of relationship that has I have worked I am into this profession from past 10 years, and I was in one workplace for 6 years, and in that 6 long years of time, I never made even a single friend. Well, yes, we used to talk, we used to laugh, but I never would go out with them. I never would hang out with them. We never met outside the work. The main reason that I kept my distance was that the moment you start sharing your personal matter with them, it was exploded and it would be blown out of proportion, and everybody starts speaking about you behind your back, and the reputation goes down, sinks down. So I actually stopped hanging out with these people. Initially I did, but the moment, right in, I suppose, in the second month, they actually started talking or about my personal matters, so I've always avoided. So this never happened with you?
No, because in that case, I must tell you that I am very choosy in this case. So there are some colleagues I can believe them,
Mhm.
and I know that I will if I share my confidential things with them, they will never do any harm to me, and I have that
So
belief.
they are trustworthy, you mean?
Trustworthy, yes, and there are 3 or 4
Okay,
colleagues,
okay.
so
Huh.
I have this camaraderie with them.
The camaraderie. Okay. So you mean to
Camaraderie.
so you mean to say that these 4 or 5 people that you are saying, you are close to them right from the beginning?
Not right from the beginning, because initially, if you meet people, you will never know how they will behave in future and what are they actually. So
That's
after
correct.
meeting with them, gradually you'll come to know about them, how they are, and that's how we developed our relationship with all
Mm-hmm.
those
That is
colleagues.
correct.
And
Well,
it
I must
was,
say you're quite lucky then.
yeah, yeah. You might tell me like that. In my if I need something in my as you say that a friend in need is a friend indeed. So it
That's
comes
correct.
true when I have those
Oh,
friends.
they also help you in time of need?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So who is your closest friend, you would say?
I would say that there is anybody that so closest, but to some extent, I can say they are close to me. And in terms of difficulty, they will come to me. And if they ask me for some help, I will be there for them. So this
Oh,
is
so
how.
you mean to say you don't have anybody in general, or you have, I didn't get your point, what you said. You mean to
I
say you
mean to
don't have?
say, I wouldn't say that there is somebody very close to me, very
Okay.
closest, but they are close to me, and I know that they will come to my help in my case when I will be in need of them, and in the same way, I will also be in their help when they will need me.
Lovely. Okay, okay, lovely. And are you not close with any of your school friends?
No,
Oh,
surprisingly,
why?
no.
Why is
No.
that?
It did not happen actually. There was no bonding at all. So even
School friends.
there are, yes, some of them, there are some that I even forgot about them.
Wow. So you mean, are you saying that you lost touch with them after school, or is it that during your school time you never actually made any friends? What is it?
Yeah, there are some friends, but not close to me.
You never bonded with them in
Yes, yes, yes,
the school. How come? Like
yeah.
that is very surprising, I would say. And what about college?
Even in college also, there is none that I
Okay.
can remember.
Okay, that is really surprising. How come you do not have any friends? I mean, there also, college also, you never bonded with anybody, or how is it?
No, no, I don't have any
Friends.
friend. Yeah, during this time.
Okay, how do you, categorize yourself? Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Or are you an ambivert?
Yeah, ambivert, I can say. Because earlier I was a bit introvert. I just avoid people. I avoided people. I did not like talking to them. But
Why?
nowadays I feel the other way around, and I
Mhm.
try to make friends, and I try to speak with the strangers also. Sometimes I feel like,
Oh, wow. So is it that you have made a conscious choice of communicating more with people?
I don't know, it's happened just maybe from 7 or 8 years back, it started.
Uh-huh.
I can feel that earlier I used to avoid whoever comes to come close to me. I did not give any attention to them, and I try to avoid them. But nowadays, I feel that I want to talk to them.
Okay, you
I
welcome that kind of bond.
yes, yes,
Oh, that okay, that's lovely. So you have changed. Your personality has changed. Your nature has changed, is what you're saying.
yes, yes, yes. I feel that.
And
I
any
was a bit.
reason?
I was a kind of shy person earlier, but now,
Oh, okay.
now I am. I don't think I am anymore a kind of shy person.
Very good. Very good. Is it, you mean to say, earlier you did not like mingling with people, but then now you do like mingling with people?
Yes, exactly.
Was there any reason? See, what happens is if you ask me if I see people who, talk too much about themselves, or they just keep talking about themselves as they are the ones who are the reason for the survival of Earth. There are people who blow their own trumpet. I avoid them completely.
Yes,
I
yes.
have
I also.
zero patience for such kind of people.
Yeah, exactly right. I also avoid them. There are
So
some
yeah, that
persons.
is, so what happens is, especially for that reason, I stay away from people. I don't really mingle. I don't volunteer. Even today, I do not volunteer myself. I do not go around making friends with anybody. If they come and if I like them, only then I allow them to, communicate. But what is your reason? Why was it that you stayed away?
When I started speaking with people, and I found it's there is a feel good factor that happened within me. I
Okay.
found myself a bit kind of happy when I
Mm-hmm.
talk to them, and something share with them. They also share
Mm-hmm.
with me like that. I will give you some a simple example. When
Yeah.
I go out in our on the road, so there is
Huh?
a rickshaw puller. I never boarded in his rickshaw. Boarded is right? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Then that's correct, huh?
Okay, so I never boarded, but whenever he meets me, he will give a smile at me, and I
Mm-hmm.
also return with a smile. I never talk to him, but whenever he sees me, he will give a smile.
How sweet. Huh?
So I also started some talking with him that how are
So you
you?
started talking to him.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I feel good when these things happen. So what happens sometimes I feel like giving him some fruits. Say other day what happened that in our home there is a tree, guava tree. So
Okay.
I plucked some fruits, this
Mm-hmm.
guava, and I gave him. So it gives
Okay.
me so much happiness. So
I
I
know.
I felt so happy. So nowadays I started feeling these kind of things, and
Oh,
I
that's
feel happy.
lovely. So you've become more of a kind and considerate person, thoughtful, and you are actually deriving pleasure through these tiny gestures.
Yes, it gives
Very good.
happiness, and I found actually I felt like that. That's
It
why.
makes you fulfilling, maybe?
Yes, yes,
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Keep doing all of that. These tiny gestures, maybe for you it will be a tiny gesture, but for somebody it means actually a very great thing. You never know who has gone through what in their life. And
yes,
a tiny gesture is always actually good for others. That's very
yes.
sweet of you. And how is your wife's nature? I mean, you said that you are more of a kind of a person who is on the silent version. How about your wife?
There is some differences there.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty
So
sure, huh?
yeah, so sometimes we. involved in some kind of arguments also. That
Okay.
it does not always happen that we see each other eye to eye.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't happen.
Okay. So no, my question is she also very calm and composed like you, or she is talkative, or she is, how different is she from you?
She is talkative. She likes to talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
she